Austria's far-right pro-Putin party, an opposer of aid to Ukraine, wins the elections. Belarusian dictator on high alert again. And grim statistics of Russian terror during this month only. Good afternoon. These topics in more detail in our daily episode with me, Henry Keane, and UATV English doing our best to bring the hard truth in easy terms for the whole free world directly from Ukraine. Austria's far-right Freedom Party won. Yes, the party that has little to do with freedom in general calls itself freedom in particular, and wins, and the party is known for its Kremlin-friendly stance and opposition to aid for Ukraine in its righteous fight against Russia. The Freedom Party of Austria, or FPO, which is led by Herbert Kickl, is expected to secure 29.1% of the vote over the ruling Conservative Austrian People's Party and the centre-left Social Democrats. Following the elections, the party will have to create a coalition government, but other party leaders have already signaled they are opposed to forming any government coalition with the FPO. Kickl has recently forged an alliance with Viktor Orban, why we're not surprised, and opposes providing aid to Kiev. He has also said he wants sanctions against Russia over its war in Ukraine lifted, claiming they hurt his country more than Moscow.
We've made Austrian history because it's the first time the Freedom Party is number one in a parliamentary election, and you have to think how far we've come. Herbert Kickl, chair of the Freedom Party of Austria.
Right, well, the country's president, Alexander van der Bellen, has criticized the FPO for its stance on Ukraine and failure to condemn Russia's aggression against the country, as well as for Euroscepticism, of course. Well, the election follows other far-right election successes in the Netherlands, France and Germany, by the way. The thing is that we in Ukraine are greeting the fact that FPO has won. Yes, you heard me right. That is exactly how democracy works. Everyone has a voice. Even a party of the pro-Kremlin potential murderers that was originally formed by a Nazi lawmaker in the 1950s, as this is exactly what FPO is, a former Nazi party that nowadays has become pro-Russian. So we in Ukraine, again, greet that grim and sad fact, as it shows the world clearly how close it has come to an edge again. The next stage of the, I quote, Belarusian Ministry of Defense, the inspection of the units and formations of the armed forces of the Republic of Belarus, began just recently. What are you watching now is a mutual Belarusian-Chinese army trainings which looked like a show of sorts. During this time, however, the inspection, the main emphasis will be made, I quote, on the readiness and ability to perform tasks as intended by military units and subdivisions of the Air Forces and Air Defense Forces of Belarusia, whatever that means. I just love that Soviet-speaking manner when you say the obvious things in a manner it has never been spoken before. Well, there will be 2 anti-aircraft missile tested and 2 radio-technical brigades involved, 5 anti-aircraft missile regiments and 3 air bases may be involved in that preparation. All training grounds of the armed forces of the Republic of Belarus will be involved in the show implementation of combat training missions. Might sound funny or sad, suit yourself, but Belarusian military units are getting prepared for the war against the West, with China or without it. Well, that much is obvious so far. However, the reason of all that mess is hidden inside the whole thing. Here it is for you in very easy terms. During this so-called inspection, or better said, under the heat of it, it is planned to call up for those in reserve and file them in for a real-time service in Belarusian army. Or Chinese one. Lukashenko has not decided yet. September brought to Ukraine at least 1,339 UAVs launched from Russia with hate. There were not a single day without Shahid launches from Russia, and this is the first time since the start of Russian criminal adventure in Ukraine. more than 1,000 launches, and I do not show you any footages of burnt places and murdered people and civilian houses on fire. Nevertheless, 2 Shahed drones has been shot down over my house's roof this very night. Just Google it, if you will, and Reuters and Associated Press have tons of footages of destruction in Ukraine. All I want to say on behalf of our people in Ukraine, we thank the Ukrainian Air Defense Forces for being alert every day and every night. We're safe and alive because of you guys. Slava Ukraini. That is it for this episode today. Thank you so very much for being with us. It was me, Henry Keane, and UATV English. We did our best to deliver the hard truth in easy terms for you out there. Don't be shy, and please like, subscribe, and comment in return. Your voice matters as it helps Ukrainian voice to be heard worldwide. Stay safe and tune for more already tomorrow. Goodbye.